My father's like, what do you mean? There's nothing like that.
You're out.
You're out. So I remember, I'll never forget. I was taken to the American embassy. I lined up, and I don't know what the man asked me. And I said, if you don't give me the visa, you don't have to give me. It's not a must, I go.
So Zah, you were saying your mom, okay, I've seen her in the high heels walking up.
Yeah, my mom is easy. She's with us. She's not strict in any shape or form.
Yeah.
She tried to be once in a while, and then we just laugh it off because we're like, this is not you. Please, let's not pretend. But yeah, let's go back to that. So I'm not serious. Yes, I know I want to go to school, but I'm also enjoying life here.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Have you made money at this time?
Zero. And I'm mooching off my parents. I only got a job when I went to the US. So far, I'm getting my 500. Was it 500? No, I lie. It was 100 bob a week.
100 bob a week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Allowance. I told you, when things were good, Richie, they were good. When they were bad, they were bad. Yeah. Now it's peak, right? Things are really good. Business is booming. Things are okay. Yeah.
Okay.
3 cars in the car park.
Oh, and are you? So
I can drive. So let me tell you, when I was 13, going on to 14, my dad's driver's name was Elijah. When I'd come home from school, when everybody else is in Braeburn making their way home, I've cheated Elijah with my pocket money, and I tell him, up and down, where I still live, it's called Maurice Road, up and down, you teach me how to drive. So I'd give him my money. Every week I'd say, here's my money. I'm not partying at this point, right?
Yeah.
That's my money. I'm buying sweets. I was like, that's what I want to do. Elijah is teaching me how to drive. So by the age of 15, I know how to drive. I can handle. And you know what he taught me how to drive in? A
Manual.
Daihatsu pickup, a manual. Has anybody ever driven a Daihatsu pickup? Thank God for automatic steering wheels. Hey! Those things you were like. But, and ours had an axle issue, so it would pull left constantly. So I was have to like, not only am I trying to hold this car, I'm also trying to keep it on, like, straight on the road. So I'm wondering why I don't have muscles from that. But by the time I was 15, 16, I could fully drive. So by the time I'm going to the US and I'm there and I want to take because in the US you can get a license from 16, there's no driving lessons I've gone straight to the DMV, it's called the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I'm doing my test.
So
I've done obviously the theory and stuff because you have to conform to that.
Yeah.
I have a license by the time I'm 17.
When do you go to the US and where do you go?
I go to Florida to my sister in a small town called Melbourne, which is about 1 hour from Orlando.
And can you remember what year this was?
Richie, I want to say 1992. I should have really...
Okay, but 92, 93 still.
No, 92. Because in 93 I moved to... No, 93, because I graduated in 98. I'll check.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've gone to Florida.
Did you go with your parents?
Sister. No, just me and my sister. Remember, my sister's already there.
Yeah.
Me, I've been shipped out. It's no longer my dream coming true. Me, I'm being told to go and live with my sister because I've become a real pain. So I was shipped out, and my sister was told she needs to manage me because I was ungovernable.
You are not serious.
I was a disaster, a monster to my parents. Really, truly, I was in that phase of partying.
And have you decided where you're going? I mean, have you decided?
No one is asking me anything.
Oh, they're telling you.
Now it's you are going. Everything is set. Richie, I went to the American embassy here. So it was I went to the American embassy here with the hope that they would decline my visa because I didn't want to go. Now I've decided I don't want to go. I've met a boy.
You met a boy.
And the boy is cheating me. I'm 17 and I think this is the man of my love, of my life, blah, 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 blah. So now I don't want to go. I've left A-levels in March. In August, I'm now giving them a hard time about how I'm not going. I don't want to go anywhere. I've decided I want to live in Kenya. I'm going to just be. My father's like, what do you mean? There's nothing like that.
You're out.
You're out. So I remember, I'll never forget. I was taken to the American embassy. I lined up, and I don't know what the man asked me, and I said, if you don't give me the visa, you don't have to give me. It's not a must, I go. Meanwhile, my mother's like, and you know, your paperwork, you've gone, they've applied, they've done. Me, I'm like, who are you telling any? Like, I was hoping they'd decline. The man stamps approved because he can see my mother is having a hard time with my foolishness. The man approves my visa, and in 2 weeks, I'm out. I've gone with my sister. I'm on a plane. I've been sent to...
You're going alone?
Yeah, my sister was already there.
Had you flown out before?
Yes, I'd gone to London once when I was 13.
Okay.
But now just grow up. If my father's done this and gone to Russia by himself...
I know. And come back with a wife.
I remember, I'll never forget when my father took me to JKIA. It was just me and him. He cried, and I'll never forget his tears. And I think that's when I said, okay, I need to maybe style up. Because he knew he was sending me because it was the right thing to do. But I think he was completely heartbroken. And remember, I'm his favorite child. So he doesn't know what he's left. He doesn't know what he's released.
Wow.
But then I get there, Richie, and I change, and I stop drinking. And
so you get there, and your sis picks you up. You know, I always say the person who picks you up from the airport when you're traveling for studies is the most important person.
That's my older sister, yeah.
Because how they introduce you into the country sort of shapes the direction in which...
Yeah, so we had a nice 2-bedroom apartment. She had already gone to do the groundwork. So we have a nice 2-bedroom
Is she
apartment.
working to pay for that apartment?
No, we're both in school.
So your dad
is paying for everything.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I get a school in the community. I get a job in the community college. You're allowed 10 hours a week.
Wait, so you arrive now, you're living with your sister?
Yes.
At least in terms of rent, that has been sorted out by your dad?
Yes.
Your sister is in school?
We're both in the same school.
Oh, you're both in the same school?
Same, yeah.
That has already been organized for you?
Me, I'm walking into a
system that has already been set.
Yeah. There was I wouldn't say there was a struggle.
Yeah.
I was doing what I was being told to do.
And then do you know, had they picked for you your courses?
No. By now, I'm only doing community college. You don't have to pick a course.
Okay, and what is
community college is, you can't go, so...
Bridging gap.
That's what it is. Yes, it's a community college.
Okay.
While I'm in community college, I'm now getting serious again. Because remember now, I've dumped the dream. I'm like, yeah. We're not doing school anymore.
Yeah.
Community college, I now realize, okay, I'm here. This is not where I want to be. I didn't want to stay in Florida. Now community college is like, now that you guys have done enough, it's a foundation into university.
Yes.
Apply. My sister wants to go to Ohio. I want to go to Colorado. She applies, goes to Ohio. I've applied. I announced I'm going to Colorado. I've been admitted. I got the spot. She gets her spot. I think she wanted to go to Colorado as well, but assumed we were going. I remember she was very upset with me because I think she thought we were both going to apply together and go together. But I wanted to go to Colorado. So she went to Ohio State University. I went to a university in Colorado in the town called Greeley, called University of Northern Colorado, they were one of the strongest for the degree I wanted to do in sports, which was kinesiology.
So what degree did you want to do again?
Kinesiology, which is, in a short way to say, study of body movement, which then allows you to do many other things. You can be a physiotherapist, you can be a occupational therapist, and so on and so forth. So I specialized actually in geriatric care.
You were going all into this sports thing?
Yes. I was very serious about it.
You had decided, you had found your path and you enjoyed it? Okay.
Completely.
So what happens now when you join this? Now you are, thank God that your first year or the first semester
was a soft landing.
It was a soft landing.
For real, yeah.
And even the fact that you have community, even if that community is just your sister.
Yeah. Well, there was other
cousins.
No, my sister's boyfriend was there as well. But very nice.
Did your dad know this at the time?
Yeah, he did. They went to live together.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't live, my sister and I lived together, and then my sister's boyfriend and I think his friend, who are also from Kenya, So all four of us are in Florida. He's
Oh,
staying with,
nice.
yeah. So I had that already, and it's somebody I knew from Kenya. So they had gone together. So I think he was going to Florida. My sister was following him. Mi nilipelekwa to be managed by these people. Nicest human in the world. He treated me like his little sister.
Oh, nice.
Still know him to this day. Still in touch. They wachanad.
Yeah.
Grew apart, have their own families, but nice. So when I say soft landing, I went into an ecosystem that was waiting for me. There was no struggle per se.
And that's huge.
It was a blessing.
Yeah.
At the time, I felt punished because I'm like, why am I having to listen to this sister of mine? But now I see it as what a blessing that I could go and find a life that was already waiting for me.
Yeah.
But then I did that for a year and a half, and then I broke off and said, okay, now I'm ready to be on my own. So I moved to Colorado.
Okay, but then a very important piece of this story is you make your first money there.
Yes.
Just tell us about that.
10 hours a week, I have applied to be the secretary to the teacher, to the professor in science. And I'm getting, was it like $4.25, which is good money. An hour. But I'm not paying rent. So now this is stuff I want to do with my life. If I want to go to SeaWorld or Disney World or buy my new makeup or perfume, or it was maintaining my lifestyle. Yeah. So my dad was, I'll pay university, I'll pay food and lodging and boarding, anything outside of that, mujipange. Because he also can't do everything. He needs us to also be independent.
But that's so amazing that he's paid school, food, rent.
Completely.
I mean, first and foremost, that's people are working 2 jobs to do that.
To do that, yeah. So we were very blessed. He paid that for all of us.
Oh man, your dad did well.
Yeah.
I mean, now even as a parent.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue we were even babied up to a certain point, right? You're given a strong foundation. Now it's for you what to do with it. And it can go either way, Richie. You can be given this and you can become a complete slob, or you wake up and say, okay, thank you for this much, but now it's time for me to go out on my own.
I actually need to ask you this question. What then caused the transition for you to style up? Because the path that your life sounded like it was heading was, you were joking a lot. What was the turning point? What made you say, okay, let me take this thing serious? Was it your dad crying at the airport?
No, the biggest grow-up moment was when he died, and I've talked about that many times, but that was when I always say that I grew up. But the moving to America was really, okay, if I'm going to be somebody, if I'm going to... Remember, Richie, I've watched parents who've struggled to give us what they want, what they didn't have, and now we have it. I've watched all my life my parents really give up a lot of things for us to have exactly that, university paid, rent paid, etc. So I just went in and I said, okay, maybe it was because I didn't have drinking buddies there. I don't know. But whatever it was, the fact is, I said, okay, fine. I'm here to be in school. Let me take it seriously. But even then now, remember, I'm still in school and I'm earning money to buy the things I want and to come home and still party and go to the coast and stuff when I come home.
Yeah.
But when I'm in school, I'm in school. And my GPA is 4.9, 4.0.
Wow.
I'm killing it in school. Now I'm killing it because
and you're
I'm
liking
sat
it.
and I'm... Huh?
Are you liking what you're
learning? I'm loving
learning?
it. Yeah. I'm doing my hours in school. I'm working. I'm enjoying life.
Is there a boy?
Not a serious one.
Oh.
No. You date, you... It wasn't a focal point for me, no.
Oh, it wasn't?
No. There was one guy that I could have been serious with, a very nice guy. But Richie, some fool here in Kenya cheated me. And I did the long distance thing. Only for this man here to cheat on me while I was in America, and me, I was staying faithful. That was a foolishness, but I was true to myself. But
wow.
he was here enjoying life when I was not around, and me, I was over there like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to date because my boyfriend is back home. But there was one specific guy, I think
Who
if
tried?
he had, oh yeah.
You're the one who didn't give him airtime.
But we were friends, but he really liked me. And I think sometimes I wonder if I had said yes, what that life would have looked like. Not that I sit here and think, oh my God,
Yeah.
my life sucks. No, not at all. But I do, it was a real gentleman, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, not really. I was enjoying life. I was like, But there was a time in my life, probably at the peak of what could be, some food here cheated me.
So when you were in school in America, Colorado, are you thinking of coming back
Yes, yes.
because of this guy?
No, I just always knew I wanted to come back and live here. I never thought that my life was to settle in the US. Settling in the US came when my dad died, when I thought, what have I got left here? There's nobody here except me and my mom. So I wanted to go back. I wanted to finish my master's. So my dad died.
Wait, so sorry, I want to track this story. So you go to uni, college, I've understood. Now you're studying, and of course you're flying home.
I'm flying home
holidays.
every May.
Every
December, no. December, my father said there's no coming home for Christmas.
Summer holidays.
Summer
you're
holiday,
back.
May through to August.
You're back.
I'm here.
And
first, I'd go through Scotland to my cousin, 2-3 weeks. Enjoy life, come here.
Party.
Remember, I'm serious in education.
Yes.
But I'm still a joker when it comes to nightlife. I'm still enjoying life.
Yeah.
But I'm not drinking as much.
Yes.
Not that I was a Malawi. Please don't think there were bottles of vodka falling down.
I don't think there was bottles of vodka. I know there was bottles of vodka.
Now, by the way, my drink was vodka lime. I loved that drink. Yeah.
So, and I understand that age. But you see, what I like about your story is that it's a balance. You're doing well in school. You're maintaining the school. But then when you come home, you're also having fun.
In high school, I was a joker, though.
No.
I never studied. You couldn't get me to sit down. If it was homework, I wish I had saved my books because I'd always find homework not done. O-levels, I didn't study, by the way. I just walked in and I said, what it is, it shall be. I styled up in university. But
here's the thing about your university time. Are you thinking about what's next, or you're just in this and coming back to Kenya?
I'm not thinking what's next.
You're not thinking what's next. Okay.
I'm like,
just do the day as it comes.
22.
22. Okay. So I've understood that. Now, what year is this? If you're 93, what's this transition period that sounds like losing your dad changes? Do you lose your dad when you're in uni?
No. My dad starts getting sick the year I'm about to start graduating, 97, 98. And it coincided with me getting my bachelor's degree. And one of us had to come back and help my mom look after my dad. So the last 5 years of his life, I'm home. And I've not gone back to do my master's.
What does he get?
He had diabetes, so a lot of complications from that. You know, the diabetes that we're treating today, we have so much technology. So my cousin has diabetes. He lives in Scotland. He's got a patch, and when his blood sugar drops, it beeps. We had none of that. I remember my dad got really sick, and we went to a hospital here, Nairobi Hospital, and they sent us to say his kidneys were not doing well. His blood was not circulating. They have to amputate his leg.
What?
Yes, Richie. That's what we knew. And in those days, ask anybody who was amputated was a diabetic condition. Luckily, my cousin who lived in Scotland said, before you do anything, come to Scotland. Let's see what we can do for you here before we do any of that. So my father thankfully flew to Scotland, and my cousin helped him. And they did a surgery that took, if I recall correctly, took one of the veins from here and unclogged. Because now what has happened is he's got gangrene. His foot starts dying. It's not sending blood to the rest of his body, or the body's not. So that's where you know now. You know, here in as soon as you got gangrene, the doctor would just amputate you straight away. There was no even like this advanced medicine. But luckily, like I said, he got to go to Scotland, and they said this is something we can open up and treat. And so and he went on to live another 5 years without My father always said if he was ever amputated, his life would end because he was such a mobile. He'd wake up at 5 in the morning, walk through the compound, check on the trucks. That was his life. Yeah.
So he's still working, and so
He's still working.
this-
He's not so ill that he can't function. The
Okay.
diabetes starts, the eyes slowly, the kidneys, etc. So the most difficult months for my father was probably the last 6-7 months of his life,
Okay.
which is now into the year 2002.
But as soon as this happens, that maybe the 98, it now becomes clear you are coming home.
Yes, and I was very happy. In fact, I was like, "Hey, I'll go," because I'm not happy in the US. I'm just there for education. I want to come back home. I don't cut my education short. That's not an option. But I know I'm not staying.
Yeah.
I know I want to do my master's. I'll go back. But I was very clear I wanted to come back here.
Okay. And when you're coming back here, okay, so when do you come back? The bomb last year.
Yes.
So that's 98.
Yes, yes.
Okay. 98, you come back. What are you doing?